Heyokas, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing, extended, beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support y'all are constantly giving me. It's truly, truly appreciated. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the video is uplifting, just give you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some really trying times right now and needing spiritual guidance or confirmation, validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give a girl a thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support y'all are constantly giving me. It's truly, truly appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. Y'all, I love this. The smell of this is like totally, I forgot what it is. It's one of one, and it has the most beautiful like vibrate. It's like the vibes that come off of it, and the scent is, it's just A1. The video I'm about to do is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, finding the trait that triggers method. Go within and find the source to dissolve triggers, disconnect that ongoing trait. I heard that my boy Jay Sheedy, I love him to death. Him and his wife is truly like a blessing to me. He's been one of my mentors, influencers that guided me towards this, towards what I love to do. And it's true, he was talking about this book, and I forgot what the book is about, but it's like Wayne Dyer's, it's like change the way you look at things, and things that you look at change. And it's true, right now, like I've been saying in the videos today, you're self-assessing, you're going towards that vibration is leading you to structures of your life that really needs that, that TLC right now within yourself. They're wanting you to align yourself with what you're being guided towards. And these are those situations where you're doing a lot of intense cleansing, whether you realize it or not. When you're allowing yourself, there'll be certain things that'll come up, and it's just waiting for your response. Like, okay, how are they going to respond to this? Are they going to go their old way before they were guided towards that acknowledgement of their self that has been shut down, laid low, and waiting for your attention? Or are you going to allow yourself to, just allow yourself to say, what, even no response is a response. A lot of things, if you already see, some people want to be in debate, you want to, and I always tell people, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue with you, especially on here. It's the difference when you're like, what, I want to go ahead and give her this information or share this certain situation with her and see, everything. I always tell people it's a teacher, student situation. There'll be things that I'll be able to project towards you that you may not have known about, and it could be vice versa. There'll be things that you send my way I may not have known about. That's why I always tell people, hey, drop certain comments in the in the comment section, especially if you want me to make a video off of that, or even include that in one of my Heyoka chats. We can go ahead and discuss it, because you never know who else may be going through those same situations that you may be facing right now. And there's a lot of different things where a lot of people I've connected with here, we have had some heavy moments of trauma. Certain things you're looking like, how are you even still living right now? How can you still be compassionate over the things that has been done to you? And those are the things that's letting you know that is going to be the most powerful purpose you have, especially if you've been in that upbringing of where you were never supported. You have had so many letdowns that never picked you up. You're giving love and compassion towards people when you didn't even feel that within yourself. And those are the things that's letting you know you're finding that source. You are the power source of everything that goes in and out your life. What you choose to look at, what you stay focused on, what insight of lessons that you may be in your surroundings. That's taking place. And even, there are certain situations that you're getting visions that other people aren't seeing right now. And it's that I feel like that's a true punishment for a lot of individuals, especially if you see something beautiful that is going on in the world and you want people to see that, but you can't make people see those things if they're not ready to look. You really can't. But this is that time where they're wanting you to go through that trait method of disconnecting from those triggers. Is, if you cut that power source off and you put the smoke out, you throw that, you throwing that thing down is going to dim down that fire of any kind of reflection of something negative that has happened to you in your life, or even you're clearing from it, because there will be certain things you may have wanted to talk about and you're like, ugh, let me, I've been working so hard to detach myself from that situation. Don't let me embody that, because a lot of times you be on the phone with somebody, or you may want to text somebody something, and next thing you're like, I ain't never received your text. Maybe because it wasn't meant for that person to see that, or maybe you were talking through your defensive modes of where you were projecting because of that certain situation or that certain individual. And sometimes it's like, hey, failed signal, you can't have it, and it would be certain things like that. And it's just like, that was saving you, because a lot of times you don't realize you blocking your own self when you keep doing certain situations like that. But there's a lot of things, that has been coming up, and it's really showing you, how far you have really truly come. Because there will be certain times, like if you speak on certain things that's in your life, and you still have that emotion of grief or hurt, pain, anger, betrayal, or whatever, and it's normal, especially if it's something that really really impacted your life in the most hurtful, negative way. Being able to see that there's sometimes that I'll see certain things and I don't even look at it as being painful anymore, but those emotions will come up and say, Dad, Roslynn, look how far you have come. These situations is where it really truly hurt you, and these are the certain things that you're still seeing, but these are the things that made you a better person, and allow that to, because a lot of things that's in your life that, is still having that bother of a situation. Like certain things will come up and you still in that same vibration of madness. You want to retaliate, or you want justice. You want to seek vengeance out. You're thinking some very hurtful things about that situation, those people, or whatever. And that's letting you know that's still a power source to you that keeps triggering you. You need to allow yourself to pull that plug. That is something that does not need, what is it? A DR, don't resuscitate. Those are the situations you do not want to bring back into your life. These are the things that led you towards better, to make you better, to see you better, project and reflect better in certain situations. A lot of times we have gone through some very tragic circumstances in our life and not realizing that was going to be that main situation is going to bring you up in a purpose to where the world is really needing that right now. If you have been that person that never really had that support, or you were always shunned, especially if you've gone through those situations. I forgot what they call it. I don't know if it's a Cinderella syndrome, where it's like, I forgot that scientific word for it, but like if you had siblings and certain siblings were, praised all the time. And if you did something good, they were like, ugh. Or, you were that only one that always got the short end of the stick. And then when you allowed yourself to connect with people, your situation could have made you very bitter, made you want to unleash on a lot of other people, like those things were unleashed on you. Or you may have went through a situation where you were, you became, instead of you project the victim, but you became the main culprit of what has taken place in your life. You doing that and attaching that onto other people. And then you had to go through that spiritual reflection where, certain things in your life really has to change. We're guiding you towards something better, but we need you to see what parts of you is really needing your attention, what really is needing healing, what needs to be just disconnected from. These are the situations that showed you where even even in certain situations where somebody was placed in your life to be a certain thing and it was totally opposite. You go through those things. People are like, what do you mean? It's just like, okay, if you have gone through a situation where you had a narcissistic mom, and you see other people that actually have a mom that comforts them, that lifts them up, be that great support system, that advocate for everything that takes them to that next level, and you didn't get that. It may not been meant for your mother to be in your life is that one, but be that power source that's going to create something 1,000 times better. When you can allow yourself to heal from certain situations and you become your own support. If you didn't have that parent do that, that gives you 10 times more strength, because you never knew what that felt like to have that supportive parent in your life. Or it could have been opposite with the father. You have gone through those different situations, and that may have not been just because that person was brought into your life to be that father doesn't mean that's what his job title was supposed to be. No, that was supposed to be that one that was going to unleash hell on your life, but then you had to find your own power source of peace. And a lot of times, I used to be that OCD type person, well, I still am, that break things down to science. It's like, if you're going to be able to heal from this, you have to really see it for what it truly is. Even though that person was in your life like that, that doesn't mean, you've been betrayed or hurt or whatever by that father figure of a mother, or not father figure of a mother, but father figure of a father, or that, that person that came from a mother. That person was in your life to create havoc into your life, for you to be able to transmute something in some kind of peace. We have all, there's a lot of people that is blessed to have not had to go through an upbringing that was toxic, volatile, hurtful, or anything to where it started having a chain reaction of that being brought up into that bloodline, because we are all those ones that are, cutting that tide of what cannot continue. And those are the things that you are really pulling the plug on, like, I'm going to turn that off. That surge protector is going to go off. Anything that is not nurturing me, but it drains me, because a lot of times we're trying to understand, why are we tired? And I love that tired when I say, there's many of y'all that don't spoke to me one-on-one, or you heard me say it in my chats, or you even hear me say it in my videos. I love the fact when I can say I'm tired because I've been productive. When you have allowed yourself to see the different things that's coming back into your life, to where it's either that situation or it's me. And usually if it's that situation that you are placing all your life on and saying, this is about my life. No, this is about what is no longer needed into your life. These are the things that was supposed to create a power of change in your life for the positive. It's just up to you to be able to see it as that. And a lot of times it's hard for us to be able to do that, and it's just a situation where I can say I've been very blessed, because it took me a while to get that way, to where I was starting to see my trauma as some kind of blessing, and, put it on void, what I'm saying? It was just like, allow myself to change the way I look at my situations, so I can change my situation within myself, change how I move forward, not allowing myself to keep attaching my name, my being, my essence, my aura, my soul, my spirit, connecting to something that was very just traumatizing, but allowing myself to be that main power source. Yes, I've gone through things. Who has not? There's a lot of people that won't open up and tell people the things that they're going through. They, some people keep it to themselves. Certain situations has broke people down to where they created all these walls up. And me, I've been there. It was hard, to really even trust anybody that was in my life, because mine, my trust was disrupted with people that was close to me. But I can actually allow myself to say, if these things never happened, I would have never known the strength that I have within myself. I would have never known the drive that I have, the motivation I have to create better. Just being able to say what I went through does not define me, but it defines me of overcoming something that tried to break me. It broke me in the ways that I was needing, so I can build up, become better. And those are the situations you got to keep on constantly telling yourself. And sometimes those things come up and you will start that cry. You know, I've had that. You know, y'all seen different parts of my life where, you know, I don't, you know, project it towards y'all. And sometimes it was my very vulnerable times. And those are the times I really don't like being like that, because there'll be sometimes like, oh, I feel myself get emotional. I'm like, come on, come on, come on, you know, snap out of it. I mean, sometimes people got to see that, because you know, they can really understand it. Like, tag, she really digs me, she knows what I'm going through, because she's showing it's okay. I always tell people a lot, the strongest person is going to admit when they had a weak moment. You know, they're going to sit up here and say, oh, you know, let me I'm gonna tell you about the no, I'm not embodying that, you know, just allowing yourself to just say, hey, leave it short and sweet. Especially if, you know, there's a lot of times people will come to you, because a lot of times you will see things like, why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? Why did, you know, this person did this to me? Or why did my parents put me through this? Or why did they, you know, defer me from this? Or, you know, they, you know, this and this and that. And a lot of times we have to be able to see what universe is trying to show us. A lot of times, even though these things personally happen to you, it's not even about you. You know, and people are like, well, hold the heck up. Wait a minute. I one went through this. Yes, but you're going to be that one, that mascot, to be able to tell people, yes, I went through this. But I allowed myself to make my best foot forward, no matter what people felt like I deserved, what I didn't deserve, what lie they wanted to keep up, what truth was going to come out of what they want to be seen as true. It's all about, I don't care what other people do. It's even attached to my situation. I don't, you know, I wish people well. I wish people healing, the blessings that God feel like you deserve, because I'm working on me. You know, these are the things that directed me into being a better me. I always wanted to know, how was I going to impact the world by spreading love, happiness, you know, being able to see the growth within yourself, even when you couldn't see it within yourself, being that motivational spirit to just say, hey, you got this, no matter what people put on you or whatever. That should not be able to stop you. That should be enough to be a drive to say, I can't quit, I won't quit. You know, your life is going to be that person, that you're that inspiration. I tell people that is my main motto of a quote. Your journey, your experiences, your views on how you see your life, on what was created that made you a co-creator of creating something of a new. You know, you're that inspiration. You don't even realize sometimes you're an inspiration that will inspire many. There'll be certain people that'll come in your life and you will intimidate the hell out of them, because that drive you still have, even though there's so many times you don't took that L, so many times you don't took that loss, you know. And loss is not a loss, it's a lesson, you know. And say, hey, you know what, I tried, you know, I got back up, you know, it just didn't work out for me, but let me try something different, let me go about it different. And that's where, you know, that's what God and the universe wants you to see. Sometimes they'll lead you towards a loss just to see how you're going to handle that loss. You know, regardless of people over here mocking you and stuff like that, people will do that when they're not, you know, when they're not sure about themselves, you know. And those are the different things that you are being chosen for, by being able to allow yourself to know. You know, sometimes we don't got our plan. You know, I know people that, what's your 2 year, you know, what's your 2 year goal, what's your 5 year goal, what is your commitment to yourself for, you know, for the first 6 months or whatever. But you know, you can't have that written down. But a lot, you already know. Tell, you know, God want to laugh at you, tell him your plans. He got a darker sense of humor, but he'll lead you towards something better. You know, a lot of times God got to be cruel to be kind towards us. You know, you had to go through those detrimental things to really show you your power source of strength. The devil don't like the fact that you move through your strength, even when you're not even sure about certain things. A lot of times you had to be able to go through those things. There'll be so many times like, well, I wish I didn't meet this person. I wish I would have went this opposite direction. You can't unwish those things, because you have learned so much from different people that have been in your life that didn't have good intentions, from the other people that may have transitioned, that really gave you that love that you know, that you really needed at that time, you know, or those different things that, you know, people just really did something just to place confusion in your life. You know, these are the things that's going to give you that drive towards everything. You can either allow the pain of your past destroy you, anything that you want to step foot in, you know, or whatever, even if there are certain things that's trying to work overtime to make sure you don't succeed on those things. And a lot of times you don't realize those are mirages just to see what you're going to do. You know, they always tell you don't speak on things prematurely. Anything that I can say that I've done in situations where it was just like, damn, you know, why did you do this? Why did you say that? it was a lesson, you know. And I tell people, hey, me and you could talk one-on-one about a certain thing, but don't be coming up on here talking about some stuff. It ain't even about me, you know, because I want to see everybody win, but that's not a guarantee that everybody want to see me win. A lot of times you know who your enemies are, and a lot of them, they're cloaking. You know, they got them hidden ones, you know, and you have to be able to, you have to be ready for all of it. But you have to also know you have to stand your ground and know that you are always protected and guided. If anything is taking place in your life that probably shook you, it was something because you know that needed to happen in those situations. That don't need, you know, anything that goes against what God has for you will never prosper. You always have to know that whatever God has for you will never prosper, and you have to be solid in that. And these are the things that are helping you grow. When you allow yourself to shut down that vibration of being judgmental towards people that don't want to grow. There are, instead of healing or allowing themselves to be guided towards the truth of their healing, they rather project chaos in people's lives, being that power source of toxicity. And I tell people all the time, those are the ones you really got to pray for. And I'm not being funny about that. I really ain't, because I see it, you know, and it sometimes even make me cry by seeing stuff like that. And it's just like, you know, everybody is playing their purpose in our lives, you know, and it's just the main thing that you're doing within your life, you know, appreciating everything that is taking place, because it brought you growth, you know, or if it didn't, you allowed it to give you in a major setback, you know, but these are the things that's teaching you to grow. You know, anything that has been brought up, whether it's something that really happened or you staying focused and being ashamed of what is taking place, they always tell you if it's something that you did and maybe like that was kind of embarrassing, allow yourself to learn from that situation and just say, okay, duly noted, just don't do that again. And that's why they always want you to know these are lessons of learning. You know, it gives you that level of going back into, you know, they're going to that next level. You have to know, new level, different devils. You know, you're going to keep going with things like this. You're going to bring, you know, a lot of times when God say, don't focus on the storm, focus on me, you know, and he will bring those things to you. And I say it all the time. You know, devil has one reason for doing stuff, God has another one. The devil will send so many different people, situations, your weaknesses will come up, you know, all that, because he doesn't want good to come in your life. He sees blessings that are coming that you didn't even predict, and he will, oh, hey, you ain't getting this. I'm gonna bring everything that is a weakness to you. I want all these stressful situations gonna make you go back to, you know, old addictions on how you used to self-medicate, or it used to be, you know, used as a defense mechanism. But God will put that same, I want you to be able to see this stress that I'm bringing in your life. I want you to see that financial struggle that is in your life. I'm not doing this to hurt you, but I'm allowing this to be able to grow you into something that you never thought you would be. Because they all got that confidence over there, but they want us to be able to align with the things that we were destined to be. You know, God didn't make no mistake. Ancestors are over here like, I'm so proud of them. They don't just, if I wouldn't have never said no, you know, they wouldn't have been able to say yes later, you know. And these are the things our ancestors done took these bold moves into our lives. You know, I look at my life and see the ancestors that I've had, the power moves that they've done, especially a person of color. You know, a lot of people get very in their feelings. Like, now, I always tell people, I don't look at color, religion, what your sexual preference is, what your religion is, your race, nationality, none of those things. I see character. You know, and I tell anybody, you know, sometimes, you know, with everything that's going on today, it brings a very negative narrative in people's lives, and they feel like you shouldn't feel a certain kind of way. You know, I always tell people, hey, you know, not to take it personal on what people's judgment of what people are going through, especially, you know, overseas, and, you know, the police brutality that has always been that way. And I always tell people, we were at a time where we weren't, our opinion was never mattered. You know, they shut that down. Shoot, they still do it at times. You know, we couldn't use the same bathrooms that people, you know, use. We couldn't drink out the same water fountains. We couldn't even go to the same schools. And now it's coming to that point where we can all move forward. You know, we're still dealing with a lot of things, because I feel like, you know what, segregation ain't really in, because now it's just like you don't have a right to go to certain stores, or people can, you know, create this issue for you just because of your color of your skin. And I mean, it's really sad that these things are happening. And it's just like, all this stuff is going on to where sometimes I got to shut myself off from social media. I will stay away from it with a quickness, especially on the days I say, unless it's not a movie I'm watching or something I wanted to share with somebody that's going to really be positive, I'm allowing myself to shut that down. Because there's too much stuff going on in this world. Like, we're not supposed to take on everything that's taking place in the world, even with you being a torchbearer or a light worker. You can't control everything that's going on in the world. Shoot, you can't even control about what goes on in your life unless it's about how you say it, how you look at it, how you react, how you respond, and how you move forward in it. That's the only thing you can control about those things. But they're telling you to, cut off that source. That you're going through that trait trigger method, to where you're seeing what are you still placing that energy in? What person are you still placing that energy in? Those are the things that I've seen different things that has hit close, and I see how sad it is where that energy of that person, that shell, is still getting that power towards different things, and they haven't moved on in life. And you want to use that a reason on why you're making the moves that you're doing. And there are some times where you have to be able to say enough is enough, because a lot of times it's just like certain situations in our lives or certain choices that other people made in our lives that really was hurtful. We keep that energy there, and it's not, you're not supposed to do that. Even how hurtful it can be, I truly understand. I'll tell people I truly understand that. But then when I can see my life and see the changes that has taken place, even when my chapter, felt like it wasn't taking place, I seen how I looked at things. I see how I carried myself about certain things, or I see how people were being very hurtful and, threw stuff on me, and those are the things that I say, what, maybe a week or two, or even a month ago, or a year ago, that would have really truly hurt me. That would have really truly broke me down. But I'm using those as the fuel to, okay, that happened. What am I supposed to do? I can't change that situation, but I'm allowing it to change me in a better way, and those are the things they want you to stay focused on. Stay focused on the growth that's taking place in your life. Stay focused on how you see in certain situations that was really a major trigger for you is almost that life lesson of a blessing that you didn't know that was going to turn out a lot of lessons, because you really don't know how traumatic situations are. There's going to be that instant blessing on how you change, how you project towards others, how you treat others that may be going through that same road that you have already went through. And a lot of times, sometimes we can go through the worst of the worst and try to feel like, why does God keep leaving me down these situations where people are constantly hurting me? They can work overtime on trying to block me from the things that I'm deserving. And those are the things, because He's aligning you for better. There are certain things that you have overcome that many people are just lost in translation about. How am I going to get over this? But there's so many things that you don't overcome. Yeah, there may be certain things you're still working with. There may be that hard truth to just really swallow. But there's a lot of things you have overcome that universe is sending people your way and say, what, I've been going through this, and I'm just really trying to understand how I gone through this. And it be, especially when I love doing my love bugs with chats and stuff like that, or the videos, podcast, or even the short I said MTV, goodness, YouTube shorts that I put out. It can really help somebody in a way where it's giving you that confirmation to let you know that things ain't always going to stay like that. Just because you may be struggling with something today don't mean it's going to continue to be that way. That was just an introduction to bring you towards something better. No matter what people feel like you deserve or you don't deserve, that's not up to them. Your blessings are not based on other people's opinions or emotions. God ain't gonna stop blessing you because people like, I deserve this situation. They don't deserve nothing. They don't do that. Even towards the enemies that try to block things, still pray for them. Whatever they're going through, pray for them, because they're struggling harder than you, because you're actually facing yours and they choose not to. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I love y'all so much. I'm hoping I can really spiritually and virtually connect with you in the next, almost close to an hour and some change. Because it's like, 4:20 something here. Yeah, 4:28 here, and I'll be having mine at 6:30, my chat. So I'll leave all my contact information in the description box below if you ever want to, get in touch with me, whether it's like, you want to share your views of experience, or you may be concerned or got questions about certain things that are taking place in your life you're really needing a deeper understanding for, or you just want to share something with me about your spiritual experience, and you want to share with me. A lot of y'all do that, and I always tell people whatever we're speaking on one-on-one that is confidential. I try my best to help you out with the best way I can, either through my experience that has taken place, or from the vibrations that universe sends to me to guide you towards that way, where I find the information to give you a deeper understanding about your purpose. I hope you're having a blessed, peaceful weekend and being responsible and safe for everything you do, because I know this is like Memorial. I know there's some kind of holiday that's taking place, but just be safe for everything you're doing. Whatever you're working hard to manifest in your life, I hope it comes 10, 20 times bigger than what you ever expected, and sooner than you thought you would get it. And even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibe, frequencies. You never know. All those things really take somebody a long way. Let me go ahead and give a post notification shout out to Jennifer Cheney. Much love to you. Samantha Caltaculus. I don't know how I pronounce that. I apologize if I messed it up. Glow Green and Healing Oracle. Much love to you as well, sis. And my name, the philosopher. I apologize. Baby Stakes and Ray Forsey. Much love to you, and Jeffrey Sherman. Much love as well. And hopefully I'll be able to connect with you on my chat as well. Make sure that you check out my podcast as well that I share, and my community page. I always leave my YouTube shorts that I find on Instagram that's really been helping me. I want to be able to share that, that same vibration. It may uplift you in some kind of way, or just give you a good laugh, because I always try to post stuff that's very informative and it's just uplifting, gives you that confirmation you need. And plus, if you're having a crappy day, I try to uplift you with a silly or stupid funny. So I hope you have a blessed weekend, and we'll see you in the next one. Much love. Peace.